Japan has reached critical levels of danger with a record high number of bear attacks recently. So here is what experts recommend you do to stay safe. I'm gonna be honest, options seem pretty bleak when it comes down to it, as well as updates on Japan's quite literal war on bears, because the country has actually sent their troops to defend citizens in rural areas like Akita Prefecture. Why are you talking about Japanese bears again, Wes? Because right after I shared how bears went into a supermarket, attacked 2 people, smashed up all the avocados, I see news in Japan of bears attacking people inside of their cars while driving. And if you thought you were safe out at sea, then nope. What do I see next? Bears are swimming out to get you in boats. This bear in the water was in Aomori Prefecture in northern Japan, with a local fisherman saying, "We need to be careful whether we are in the mountains or the water." Wild, wild, wild. Being real, probably you'd still be safe in a boat. So why is this happening? An irregular climate over the summer made it so that bears don't have enough food in the woods anymore, so they're looking elsewhere in villages, towns, and even larger cities. Also, Japan's aging population has made a lot of the local hunters, whose job it is to trap the bears and move them back into the woods, nearing their retirement age, and it hasn't been that popular of a job for Japan's youth. So, after a request for help from local government in Akita Prefecture, Japan Defense Forces did send troops wearing bulletproof vests who will set up box traps to assist hunters with this job. So how do you stay safe? Because I don't think this is something that should deter anyone from traveling too much. There are 2 kinds of bears in Japan, the Asian black bear and the brown bear, or higuma, which is very big. The main thing you want to do is avoid encountering either of them. But how do you do that if they're going to be in your supermarket? What I'm reading says, stay calm, slowly back away, and as soon as possible get into a building or a car. If you are in a building, get to a safer part of the building, but most of the useful tips are to avoid even getting to that point where a bear charges at you. First, if you're hiking, only hike in groups of 3 or more. Carry bear bells or noisemakers. Bears do not want to encounter you, and if they hear you, it'll deter them from getting close. One of the times in Japan you want to be loud. Avoid hiking at dusk or dawn, and it always says fighting a bear should be a last resort. But they do sell bear spray at most rural areas. So stay safe. If you are in an area of Japan where bears have been sighted, I'm sure local authorities will give you further instructions on what and where to avoid. But every other day this has been on the news. Thank you, and consider giving me a follow.